Pokemon Phax.
Legend goes that when humans first set sail for the Kanto region, they would often encounter thick rolling fog. And within this mist, they'd hear melodies so enchanting that sailors would jump off their vessels in search of its source. There, resting seductively on sea stacks shrouded in white haze, they'd find these bewitching creatures known as Jynx. According to various sea logs, these Pokemon possess golden locks, flowing red dresses, and large bosoms that look like they'd burst out of the fabric. And upon laying their eyes on these Pokemon, the sailors found it difficult to remember anything, especially their wives. All they want is to embrace and love the Jynx, but as soon as they get too close, the Jynx would unhinge their jaws and feast on the sailors. Many believe that these Pokemon developed their taste for straight males from eating shipwrecked sailor carcasses that would wash ashore. But that wasn't enough to satiate their cravings, so over time they evolved in some fascinating ways. These Pokemon would secretly overhear conversations between seafaring humans to learn their likes and dislikes. They found reading materials the humans hid under their bunk beds in sinking ships. With all of their accumulated knowledge of straight men, they started to fashion themselves in ways that would attract them. They even learned how to put on makeup and practiced a few suggestive sea shanties to grab their attention. The Jynx have transformed themselves into the ultimate sailor trap and are responsible for 1/3 of all sailor casualties. The existence of the Jynx had been a subject under heavy contention for centuries in the scientific community. At a symposium in Goldenrod, Professor Elm famously stated that these creatures are ugly, and that the sailors in the olden days had no standards. Many of his peers strongly disagreed with his assessment and doubted the professor would be able to hold on to his faculties should he encounter a Jynx himself. They followed up by claiming that these sailors were also miserable and lonely due to prolonged travels, that they were not in the right state of mind to be able to resist the urges. Professor Elm fired back, stating that they're just weak, bro. That it's completely unfathomable that he'd be tempted to engage with these Pokemon romantically when he could just alleviate his own urges in a healthy manner. He then kept pointing at several depictions of the Jynx, looking flabbergasted as all hell that anyone would find them attractive. Things got heated real quick. His fellow professors countered by saying that just because you don't mean there aren't others willing to simp for these creatures. That he should respect the fact that others have different proclivities. Professor Round threw up his hands in protest and stated that that's fair, except for the fact that these Pokemon eat humans. That he won't be caught slipping and become Pokemon brunch for some ocean thirst trap. This really got under the skin of the scientific community, who started throwing berries onto the stage. Some of them were heard shouting, "What if we want to be digested, bro? It ain't up to you to decide what I'm into." Professor Elm sighed and said, "Fine, but can we at least agree that gardevoirs are the standard?" Things quieted down abruptly, as most of them nodded in agreement. I'm the cousin who stole your bike, and this has been another episode of Pokemon Phax. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more factual Pokemon facts. Have a wonderful Pokemon day.